duties to assure that the quality of Rotary does not falter in the district and is responsible to promote and implement all programs and activities of the Rotary International President and the RI Board of Directors. Thank you.
Thank you once again, Rotarian Julie. Now moving into club matters, I would like to welcome Rotarian Kimberly, our Service Projects Director, to come forward to speak about the vocational award and the erection of the four-way test signs.
Good evening, everyone.
Good evening.
All right. Welcome once again. First off, I would like to thank all of you that came out to our Sister Basilia project on Friday gone. We had a game night / fellowship mingling with the clients of Sister Basilia Center, and it was awesome. We are waiting approval. We are waiting approval from the management that we can post the pictures with the clients, because we do have some really nice pictures with them when we were doing the twister and the men's ergenit. I don't know what you call it in English. All right. So she said by tomorrow morning they're going to discuss it, and hopefully tomorrow we'll get a confirmation, so then the pictures can go up tomorrow self or by Wednesday. Okay? So next up, before I move on to the vocational awards, the Mental Health Foundation, we will be doing a presentation to them on Thursday coming, while DG and our RI president will be present as well. We've got the printer donated by Adolphus Richardson. Office World donated 5 office chairs. Quick Ideas donated a mini fridge and a washing machine. Cotton Cool donated dress clothes. 5 Star donated the boots. Koiman donated overalls. Super Plaza donated a 2-burner stove. And the gift bags, the club purchased the gift bags for them. And the shelves will be donated by Rumini. So we did receive, the only thing that is missing, 2 things. They wanted a pool table, we haven't got that, and they wanted decoration chairs, like sofa chairs for the hall. But others to that, everything else was bought, everything else was donated, and I'm sure they're going to be happy to receive their gifts, the big presentation on Thursday. Okay? Next up, we have the Vocational Award ceremony, which will be taking place in January 2019. It's right around the corner. We are looking for 5 members in the community that exemplifies service above self through their vocation. So, the aim is to recognize vocational excellence and to honor outstanding contributions by individuals in their fields. The aim is to inspire further enthusiasm and to give added reward to the exceptional achievers. And the last one is to set an example to others, particularly youth. And we're looking for people that do community work on St. Martin. Though they have 1 or 2 things that they would do abroad, but it's mainly how they're catering to St. Martin, okay? So if you have any 5 members in mind, you could please let me know. We could discuss it, and then we could come up with a conclusion as to what and who we will be presenting this award to. It's 5 members of the community, all right? Last but not least, I have the 4-way test erection. We would like to bring awareness to the community by erecting a 4-way test. We haven't come up with a place as yet. If you have an idea where it will be visible for everyone to see, please let me know. We are working on a quote from Print Express, the place on. So we're waiting to see how much they would charge to create these billboards or the signs that we can put up. So that's another project that we're working on for January. So we do have a lot of things meeting on December 17th. Hope to see each and every one of you.
Rotarian Kimberly. Now we have a presentation from our PR chair, who's going to brief us on the upcoming venture with your profession. Let's talk about it, a PSA.
Thank you. Good evening, everyone.
Good evening.
Good evening, District Governor Patrick Adizua, as well as his wife, Miss Leslie. Good evening to everyone, invited guests, beautiful Rotarians. Y'all look so nice in this color. Okay, so as part of vocation and, what is it, Alicia? Help me. January? No, the month of January, the theme. So based on the theme for the month of January, which is vocation and Rotary awareness, we will be doing two things. So based on what we discussed last meeting with the PSA, we are gonna go ahead and do the PSA. So we're gonna get that done in January. I'm gonna of course contact everyone and let you know when, where, what is gonna be said. For district governor, we wanted to do a PSA where each of the members is kind of like a public service announcement.
You know, in medicine, PSA means something else.
No, I don't know that. What does it mean in medicine?
Prosthetics.
No, I was unaware of that, but now I know. So basically the PSA would be where each member would come up and they would say like, I am Rotary, a group shot with us, and then we will have a few members discuss why they joined Rotary. So that will be the first one. That would also be in January. The second one is let's discuss your vocation. So what we would like to do is highlight each member and what they do. So between now and next month, we're gonna be sending an email and it's gonna have a list of questions and you just fill it out. We're also gonna take pictures either tonight in these green shirts or next meeting on the 17th in our polos. And we're going to, thank you, Sheila, yes. In our polos, and what we're gonna do is we're gonna post every day a Rotarian, and then he would, basically highlighting a Rotarian and their vocation. So the emails will go out, and if you can fill it out, send it back to us, and then every day during the month of January, we will be highlighting a Rotarian of Rotary Club of St.Martin Sunset. And I think that's it for the month. So just look out for those emails. We're gonna be contacting you.
What is January? What one does it represent?
Vocation and Rotary awareness.
Why Rotary awareness?
Is it Rotary awareness?
Why?
I should know, shouldn't I? I don't know. I'm gonna say I don't know.
You're correct. You're not wrong. The old recognition was Rotary Awareness Month. Nothing is wrong with you coining it with vocational service, because by Rotarians expressing their vocation, people become aware of what Rotary does. Yep, you're not wrong.
Thank you for that. So now we know as well why it's January. And that is all for and just to thank everyone basically for tuning in to the radio interviews, the couple TV interviews that we did two. I don't know if everyone saw it, but
It was on Facebook.
yes, it was on Facebook. Everything is on Facebook. We're classic on Facebook. You can't be missed. Yes. So again, thank you to everyone for tuning in, sharing, liking, and just keep posting, resharing, tagging. A press release is gonna come out supposedly for Wednesday. It should be out, so I would expect everyone to share it, tag people in it, get the awareness out there of what we're doing and what's going on in the club. So thank you so much, guys.
Thank you, Rotarian Rolika. And this is the moment I think that we're all been waiting for. I don't know about the rest of you guys, but I can speak for myself that I'm excited and I'm nervous and I have all types of emotions about Wednesday. So next we're going to have Rotarian Alicia go over the charter ceremony and the RIP and DG visit and events, during the rest of the week.
District Governor Patrick, welcome. Wife, Mistress Lesline Adizua. Lesline, right? Lesline. I heard President Denny saying Lesline last night. I was like, Gina, we need to get this correct. And I was still wrong. All right, good evening, everyone. Listen, I'm nervous. I don't know about you, but I'm nervous for Wednesday. But I know it's going to be a great event. We've worked hard. We've worked hard. So you must give yourself a round of applause. I know especially for the tickets are you know, for some it's very quite expensive, but we know what we're giving our attendees, so they're gonna have a good time and they're gonna get their money's worth. How are the tickets going?
We done.
So, all right, so before the meeting started, we went through a little logistics as to what is going to happen on Wednesday. We're asking our members to be there at 6:30. Those persons that know their task, you know where you're going to be standing. So please be there on time. I know that the traffic is really, really bad. So I am definitely asking you all to leave home on time. I know most of you won't be able to attend the airport visit, the arrival of RI President, because I know of the traffic. So we do understand that, and RIP Barry also understands that, you know, a full house won't be there to welcome him, but he is going to get a good welcome. Best believe. All right, so in terms of the logistics and so forth, in terms of the persons that are going to be there, we're going to have our Prime Minister, we're going to have the President of the collectivity of St.Martin, who will be running a little late, but he'll be there. We're also going to have our Chair Lady, President of Parliament, Mrs. Sarah Westcott Williams. We're gonna have our first Vice President of the collectivity of St.Martin, Mrs. Damaso. We're also going to have MP Silvera Jacobs. Of course, we're going to have our very own Minister of Tourism, Stuart Johnson, that is going to be pinned with us, and also Minister of Parliament, Tamara Leonard. We're also going to have Councilman of the, yes?
The Minister of Education will also.
Wycliffe Smith.
And possibly the Minister of Finance.
Oh, wow. Nice. You want a big shot? Look, no, he's not going to be there at the ceremony. No. He had to choose, and he chose the breakfast.
I'll be there.
All right, so it's going to be a great night. Just come out in your dresses. I know some persons have difficulties as to what they should wear, but by now you should know what you're wearing. I still have to go town tomorrow to see what's going on. But it's okay, I'll wear sheets or something, I'll be fine. All right, so as you know, the charter ceremony is going to be full force. We're going to have a grand time. We're going to officially get our pins, and best believe you have to wear it all the time. And if you lose it, we have a few more, so you can purchase from the board. Any questions? Excited?
Yes.
Gonna be on time? Yes. Make us starting at 12 o'clock? Yes. Get started the day before?
Yes.
Okay. All right, so we're moving right along to RIP Barry and DG Patrick to December 13th stops. We have a little switch in the program for the 12th when RIP Barry arrives. I'm just going to let you know what's going on so you're not surprised, as we want to keep everything transparent. We are going to have the Minister of TIAC at the airport with myself, President Jaida, and the Rotarian Julie. We're also going to have District Governor Nominee Designate. Louis will be we're going to be right to the foot of the airport, the plane. So when he comes down, he is going to see us. We're also looking to actually go on the plane and make an announcement. So that's a lot of things that's happening. We're working on our airport manager Maggie to ensure that takes place. We're looking to have our kings, our queens. We're looking to have Panam dancers there to welcome him. And once we get on the outside, we are supposed to have an escort to bypass all of that traffic that's going to happen to ensure that he gets to the airport. To the hotel ASAP. And then on the 13th, we're going to have the breakfast. The breakfast is going to take place at 9 a.m. We have a few dignitaries that will be there. Unfortunately, District Governor Patrick had a mishap today, so he will be traveling to St. Bart's at 9:45 a.m. on the Thursday. So he will just make his wave appearance. But he'll be there. So it's going to end at 10:30, and then 10:40 we're hoping to have the escort from the DV to mental health. to do the presentation. The managers will be there and they will give a brief tour of the facility. And then again, the escort goes again and we come down to Dr. Sock at Island 92. We're going to be on for 11:15. And the last stop, still to be fine-tuned, we are supposed to put the free little library in Marigot. Unfortunately, we're not able to do it at the collectivity. So Rotarian Alex assigned a spot for us, and we're gonna actually be doing it. You know where the taxi stand is in Marigot? Like right across from it, there's a kind of sculpture, like a world sculpture kind of thing. It's gonna take place right there. There are seats actually there. So I think it's an ideal spot. And it's gonna be, we can move it. So in the event a hurricane comes, we can screw it out and go with it to store it. So that's still yet to be finalized. Thanks to Sarge, Narissa, we were able to get the box donated. The box looks really nice. I don't think we shared it with the members, but we will do so tonight. Okay? So thank you, Rotarian Narissa, for that. After that, we have lunch at La Terrace at West Indies Mall for 12:30. If, because of a meeting that's gonna take place on the 13th, the president of the collectivity and the vice president won't be able to attend the breakfast, but they're hoping that they can make the free library presentation. So they will just walk from the collectivity to the venue to be there to see the launch of that. I think that is it. After that, R.I.P. Barry goes to his hotel, he gets freshened up, and he leaves. So that's about it for the R.I.P. Barry and DG Patrick December 13th stops. And any questions? Who can attend the free library unveiling? That's going to take place around between 12:15 and 12:30 on a Thursday. And we're hoping to have members there just to prep it to make sure that it's ready for when he comes. We just take a picture and a little presentation. So if you can attend, just let us know. Looking forward to seeing you, Kathy.
Why everybody looking at me?
Thank you, Rotarian Alicia. And next, I want to welcome A.G. Marcy, who is going to go over the RLI upcoming.
Good evening, everyone.
Good evening.
We will be planning a Rotary Leadership Institute, that's what it stands for, RLI, in the earlier part of the new year. The RLI is a very intense training where you will be able to obtain extensive information about Rotary, the Rotary Foundation, what the Rotary does, and the expectations as well for us as Rotarians. For the RLI, it's normally held on a Saturday and a Sunday. It's for the entire day. So you need to be able to have that time available. So you're there from approximately 8 until about 4, 5 in the afternoon. The price for the training is $95 for each training session. Normally what happens, you would take level 1 training on the Saturday, and then level 2 would be on the Sunday. And those persons who have already graduated from those levels, there's also a level 3, and there's also a graduate level. Level 3 would be on the Saturday, and the Sunday would be the graduate level. And with the graduate level, here you're able to get extensive knowledge on the Rotary Foundation, for instance. So that would be something that those persons from the other clubs who have already, and maybe some of you all who have already taken some of the levels, can be able to take it. So it is $95 per session. So Saturday would be $95, Sunday would be $95. I am going to be having this conversation with our director for our RLI coordinator, which I have designated for our area, which is Ms. Jennifer Fide from Anguilla. I will be speaking with her. She will be making contact with the district level, the chairperson, and we're going to try to have these dates set. But in order for us to do so, we need numbers. And we have been trying now for over 4 years now to have let's extend to 5 years, 4 years, on St.Martin, where we have been trying to get the RLI here, and we have not been successful. So what I would need you to do is to let your president and let your secretary know whether you're interested in being part of this training session. And we will need to have this information before the ending of this year. Because I need a date.
We need the date so we can confirm.
Okay. Well, 2 weeks from now, I would like to know who is interested.
No, the date of the
Oh,
training.
In January.
Well, we can't tell you that without numbers.
But I can't confirm.
You can confirm. You see, without the numbers, we can't do that either. And that has been the problem over
We
the
can
years.
express interest.
Yeah, but expressing interest, please let your president and secretary know. Because that has been the issue over the years. We have set dates and they have never gone through because we did not have the numbers. So we're gonna do it differently this time. We want set numbers, or at least the minimum, and then we set the date. So we're gonna do it differently this
What is the
time.
amount? What's the amount of people?
Well, we try to have at least 15,
Per
but we
session.
normally try to go for at least 20 person, 15 to 20 person
per session.
per session, yes. And we have not been successful. With all of the clubs, we have not been successful. Okay? So think about it. So in 2 weeks' time, I will get back to our presidents and secretaries of the different clubs to see if there is an interest. Okay? That's all I update. Thank you.
Thank you, AG Marcy. Now, for the 2018 Let's Reflect, yours truly. Not typically tonight. So, good evening once again to everyone. Welcome. It's a special meeting this evening. We have in our honor DJ Patrick and his lovely wife, Leslie. Got it right this time. And also AG Marcy. This is a tricky one. We have DG, District Governor
Nominee
designate.
Don't worry, we'll be nominated July 1.
Okay, so I would like to take this opportunity to extend, on behalf of the Rotary Club of St. Martin Sunset, to extend our gratitude and our thanks to our district governor for entrusting your confidence in our club and for supporting our club and giving us this opportunity to share Rotary with our community. Believe you me, it was definitely not an easy journey. And I must say that without the inspiration, the encouragement, and the push from Madame Lake, I don't think I would have had the courage to continue with the journey. So I would just like to thank Alicia for encouraging me and helping me to build that confidence. And I don't think, most importantly, that we could not have done it without the membership. We were just 5, 6 of us that had the vision to create a new club, and we didn't know if you guys would follow us. So you guys were here from day one. You stuck with us. You saw a vision even when there was not even a club, where we still were provisional. Every week you guys came out to the meetings and we're still a provisional. And you know, from me, and I know everyone in here can speak as well, to express the gratefulness and how happy we were when we got the official news. Me and Alicia got the message first, and it was saying congratulations on your new club in District 7020, and I read it, and I know. something is wrong here. And then Elisa called me, she said, Jada, you get an email? And I say, yes, I thought I was losing it. But we are extremely happy. So even before we were chartered as a club, we were so excited. We wanted to get the members' feet wet. We went into the community. We had different projects. We had a district cleanup in Sucker Garden area. It was an amazing turnout. We even had members in the community that decided to give us a lending hand to help us, you know, just get rid of the debris that was there in the garbage bags. So that shows, you know, members in the community, they are seeing what we are doing and they appreciate that. We also assisted fire victims. It was a family of 5, a husband, wife, 3 children that were attending school. They lost their home in a fire, they lost everything. And seeing that we were not an official club, we decided as members of a provisional club to gather items. You know, we went into the supermarkets, we purchased food items, we got clothing items, we got school supplies, and we donated to that family. And they were very much appreciative of that. Now, when we got officially chartered, we got the great news. It was business. It was time to get down to business. So in the month of September, our service director, Kimberly, she did an amazing job. And I must say, Kimberly, you have been doing an amazing job from the get-go. We had, in the month of September, Basic Education and Literacy Month, we had several projects. Kimberly kept us on our feet. We had a Teachers Appreciation Project where we went into the community. We asked the different school boards, the different school managements to select a teacher that exemplified service above self. And we presented that teacher with a token of appreciation from our club. We got great response from the community, the business community. So we had gift vouchers that were donated. The breakfast boxes that we presented to the teachers were donated. We had, you know, you name it, gift vouchers for a nail, a spa. And to me, it's like it's difficult to go and ask someone to donate or to sponsor your club to do a project. So to see the responses that we got for the community was really overwhelming. Also, during the month of September, we had a read a book a day to the students of various schools on the island. So each Rotarian had to go into a different school a day and read a book to the children. This was also a very successful project. The teachers commended us. The students, you know, they couldn't wait for us to have another reading program with them. And even parents, you know, reach out to us and say, you know, keep up the good work that we are doing. We also hosted in the month of September, we're still in September now. We also had a reading slumber fun event for the kids. This one was a hit. We had face painting, world-renowned artist.
What did the child say? I don't like it.
So the event was geared to, you know, children from the ages of 6 to 12, and they came out, they had storytelling, they did arts and craft. At the end of the evening, we had an educational movie that we played. The children loved it. They didn't want to leave. We promised them this month we'll do one. But yeah.
Next year.
This sidetrack, but definitely next year we will do another one. The parents were. It's not easy to get parents to trust their children to send them to any event, but I can tell you we had over 100 children at our event, and it was our first time that we had such an event. So that was a month of September, right? You would think we were a little tired, but we're Rotarians, we're energized and ready to work. So in the month of October, we're still in September, where some of the members participated in the World International Coastal Cleanup. This was unfortunately not organized by us, but was organized by Corona distributors. And we assisted, and the fun part about this, they weighed the trash bags. So each group that we had to sign up, and go out and look for, different debris, garbage, whatever, and bring it back for them to weigh it. I'm proud to say that our club weighed in with the most, with the most garbage. We actually found, what was it? A log. A log or a 2x4, but it was really long and it was really big. It probably flew there from in the hurricane. There was a lot of debris that we found as well. And it was at the Mulle Bay Beach, which is a very heavily populated beach. A lot of tourists go there, so it was amazing to see the Rotarians come out and, do good in the community. Now, that was September. Now we go into October. During Economic and Community Development Month, we had first our agricultural awareness mini documentary series where we highlighted different agriculturalists on the island. And the objective was to create awareness on agriculture as a viable industry for sustainable development. And I think we had a lot of, feedback from the community, and definitely in the coming year, we will look forward to doing more into the agricultural field. Also during the month of October, we had our Reach One, Feed One program. The program was geared to addressing mainly the social ills in our community. And after the passing of Hurricane Irma, we saw an increasing amount of persons that were displaced. So either homeless or, in a deplorable state. So we decided as a club, the members, with assistance with some of the persons in the business community, we prepared 150 hot meals. We had transportation that was donated. The driver donated his time. And we went into the community, we portioned the food in different boxes. We went into the community, we went into Dutch Quarter, Cay Hill, we went on the Pond Island, we went Agrimont, and we also went St. James area. And we also teamed up with Swalitainment Foundation on the French side, that they conduct feeding programs on a weekly basis. So we partnered with him, and then we distributed the hot meals. And that was a very successful project as well, and one that we will be continuing. And hopefully we can be able to, distribute 200 and 300 in the coming years. Also, let me see if I get ahead of myself. Also during the month of October, we attended the polio walkathon that was organized by our fellow club, Rotary Club of St.Martin Mid-Isle. It was a very successful turnout, and we had a few members that were able to attend that morning. And believe you me, that was a task because we had to walk from, was right here in the front by Tony's Printing, go around the Causeway Bridge and back. And by the time I reached the Causeway Bridge, I was like, oh no. So you had to see me speed up to try to get back as quick as possible, because at that time my toes were on fire. So to wrap up the Economic and Community Development Month, our club still, focusing on the issues in our community. We came up with an idea to assist some families that were struggling to rebuild after the hurricane. We reached out to several of the hardware stores, and we got a response from Ace Hardware Store that were willing and excited to assist us. They donated gift vouchers to two members and two families in our community, and we presented two ladies. They were, very grateful, for the assistance that we were able to give them. They were still struggling. We had one of the ladies that also reached out to us and asked us if we knew any person that was, architect that could assist her with, drawing up a plan, because you need a plan to get the building permit. So these were the type of struggles that they were going through, and we were, really grateful that we were able to impact their lives. Still in the month of October, during World Interact Week. That was November, sorry, beginning of November. During World Interact Week, we decided to have a tree planting ceremony with the Interact clubs on the island. We did with the Interact clubs of Learning Unlimited, MPC, and then we did another one with St. Dominic High. And the objective of the tree planting was just to signify building a bond and a relationship with the Interact clubs. And the tree was a purple bougainvillea. And we chose purple because we also wanted to highlight Alzheimer's month. So that's the reason why we chose the color purple. And we intend to have plaques printed that we can go back and have them installed at the different areas, the different sites we planted the trees, so that, they know, they can always count on us. They'll have the plaque saying tree planted by the Rotary Club of St.Martin Sunset, and a little quote to go along with it. And in efforts, one of our final 2 projects that we did, in efforts to promote our club and to promote a Rotary organization, as PR Director Relaika mentioned, we went on radio tours. This is all, we had the live videos, we had the radio interviews, 2 TV interviews, and we basically wanted to promote our event, but it turned out to be more of a promoting who we are, promoting Rotary. And branding is something that is very important for Rotary and a Rotary organization. And it was very interesting that as a small island as St. Martin, with 4 different Rotary clubs, a lot of people had the question, so what is Rotary? What do you do? So that really shows the importance of branding whatever we do, branding our projects, which is something that we have been, I think, on top of. And it was really a nice, experience. Nerves again was kicking in. But it went overall, it went good. And I think the responses and, having all those interviews made people more aware. We got responses from, I believe it was Kuiman, when we approached them for the mental health donation, and they said, sure, we'll assist you. We saw your radio live, and we support what you do. Keep doing the hard work. So it really gave us a push. And also, as Kimberly mentioned earlier, we had our karaoke and games night with the Sister Basilia Center clients. That was also a successful event, so much so that the residents did not want us to leave. They had a cutoff time, but they did not want us to leave. They had so much fun, dancing, singing, playing games, playing dominoes, and I think that they're not accustomed of having persons visit them and interacting with them. So to see 21 members come out and we're interacting, we're playing with them, it really, lifted their spirits. So these are just some of the few projects that we completed this year thus far. And we do have a lot more in store. We have a very dedicated committee. I must thank you guys, my board. You guys are awesome. An amazing team that supports each other. When someone, is a bit overwhelmed, you always have someone that's willing to take up the slack and assist each other. So it's not a lone standing, we support each other, and I'm very, very grateful for that. And I'm definitely looking forward to your support Wednesday evening. I want to see you guys line up in front of me when the nerves start to kick in. So that's just a highlight of what we have been doing as a club so far. And we look forward to doing a lot more amazing things, and I look forward to sharing with each and every one of you. And now, the highlight of the evening, I would like to ask A.G. Marcy to give the introduction for A.G. Patrick.
Dr. Patrick E. Adizua is a medical doctor who graduated from El Instituto Superior de Ciencias Médicas Santiago de Cuba in 1987 with honors, and has a diploma in Spanish language with distinction. He is a resident doctor in OB/GYN at the Mandeville Regional Hospital and has a general practice at Las Palmas Medical Complex. Most recently, he has added to his portfolio Managing Director of Regis Fine Dining Restaurant. So, chef. District Governor 2018-2019, Patrick, is a member of the Rotary Club of Mandeville. His classification is medical, and he uses his vocation and passion for service to make a difference in his home country, Jamaica. He became a Rotarian in 1996 and served as a director of his club in his first year of membership and has not looked back since. He served as a director of club service from 1996 to 1997. He has been his club's director of international service, foundation chair, and trainer. DG 2018-2019 Patrick became the club's president in the Rotary year of 2002-2003. Beyond that, DG Patrick pursued his passion for service and love for Rotary beyond the club level. He has served in various capacities starting in 1998, where he served as the district chair for population concern. He was the assistant governor from 2005 to 2008. Subsequently, he served as the district grants chair 2008-2011, future vision coordinator for Jamaica 2012-2013, country foundation chair 2013 to 2018, and district Paul Harris Society chair 2014-2016, and district vocational training team chair 2016 to 2018. He has participated in several Rotary programs, including acting as the sponsor counselor for 2 ambassadorial scholars, 1 Peace Scholar, and 2 Georgia Rotary Scholars. He has hosted 6 GSE teams. DG has also completed more than 14 Rotary Foundation grants for clubs and was a participant in Thailand's new RI website resource table discussion. DG has ensured he stays up to date with his Rotary knowledge and that he shares with others. He is RLI Certified Discussion Leader, RLI Certified Rotary Foundation graduate, and is a member of the Cadre of Advisors to the Rotary Foundation Trustees. One can say that DG Patrick not only talks the talk, but he walks the walks, as he is an avid supporter of the Rotary Foundation, his charity of choice. He is a sustaining member, a district Paul Harris Society member, a multiple Paul Harris Fellow, a benefactor, and a major donor, something we should strive to be. Now awards. During his stewardship of his club, Rotary Club of Mandeville, he has received the RI President Citation, the RI Public Relations Award, and the District Governor's Award. For his own service and dedication to Rotary, D.G. Patrick has been awarded the Centennial Year Rotarian of the Year, the Charlie Braham Achievement Award for Rotary Excellence, Rotary Club of Kingston 2008, and the Rotary Foundation Citation for Meritorious Service Award 2014. His commitment to improving the health care of the residents of Manchester and the surrounding areas is unquestionable. His dream is that Mandeville community will have the best equipped hospital in Jamaica. Through his efforts, along with the members of the Rotary Club of Mandeville, the regional hospital has been the recipient of several pieces of state-of-the-art medical equipment. For his devotion and other community efforts, D.G. Patrick has been recognized for his efforts. He has received the Manchester Cultural Development Community Nation Building Award, the United Nations International Committee for Volunteerism Award, the Mandeville Regional Hospital Service to Community Award, and has been recognized by the Canada and Commonwealth Youth Program and the Jamaica Association of Guidance Counselors in Education. Now to his family. D.G. Patrick is married to Dr. Leslie. And yes, Dr. I'll say it again, Dr. Leslie Cameron Adizua, a dentist whom he met in medical school. His wife has described him as and this is in the public records online, loving, very determined person. She also lovingly says that he can be miserable at times. But it is his loving and kind ways that has kept me by his side through over 30 years of marriage. And you know what she said? I would happily do it again. Together they have 2 children, Izuka and Regina, who are both following in their parents' footsteps in pursuing vocations in medicine. Wow. In his spare time, D.G. Patrick enjoys, he has spare time. Wow. He enjoys gourmet cooking, jazz music, swimming, traveling, and reading. He is a past master in the, is it Masonic fraternity?
Masonic.
D.G. Patrick. He said 3 things guides his life, which are service above self, doing as much good for others as possible, and the love of family. My fellow Rotarians, please help me welcome our district governor to the podium.
Thank you, District Assistant Dr. Marcy. President Jada, and our District Governor Designate, Louis. Fellow Rotarians, don't listen to what you just read, all right? I think you guys are doing more than I've ever achieved in all these years I've been in Rotary, in just a couple of points.
Wow.
Our organization, Rotary, all right, is not just a service club where we come and have food, have good wine, and then we go home. That's not what it is. Rotary started just by 4 individuals: Paul Percy Harris, Sylvester, Gustavus, and Hiram. 4 different vocations: attorney at law, coal dealer, coal miner, and a merchant tailor. They had 3 things in common. They wanted friendship, they wanted fellowship, and they wanted networking. That was all it was for Rotary. All right? That was all it was for them. But something changed. When Madam President was here speaking, she said Alicia pushed her and she had a dream. And she said something else, that she figured it was service above self. Remember that word? Rotarians speak to service above self all the time. It was never always something that Paul Harris and Sylvester and his friends spoke about. Rotary was always a membership organization for friendship, for fellowship, and networking. But at the convention in 1913 in Buffalo, New York, Rotary decided it is time we refocus our mission as a membership organization to community service. And the motto that you just said this evening of service above self became part and parcel of Rotary's motto. No other organization can speak to service above self. If you flip back to when the organization was started, they were not serving above themselves. They were serving for themselves because they wanted friendship and fellowship and networking. However, Paul Percy Harris came from a home with parents who could not send him to school. His grandparents took him and schooled Paul Harris until he became an attorney. He didn't become an attorney and kick off his sandals like a prodigal son that you read in the Bible, because now he's affluent. However, he remembered the same poor beginnings he came from, and he decided that service was the way to give back. In 1913, sitting in the audience at that convention was another Rotarian. In 1911, with basically the same type of upbringing like Paul Harris, his parents could not afford to send him to school. At the age of 9, he was selling newspapers. Most of you will never know. Those days, there were little children carrying boxes of newspapers and throwing them. Right? He also was able to school himself, became a fine musician with the Symphony Orchestra of the Cleveland Orchestra Unit. In 1911, became a member of the Cleveland, Ohio Rotary Club. Attended the 1913 convention, sat in the same audience, heard Paul Harris and all of them chatting, so he had a dream. Became Rotary's president in 1916. 1917, Arts Club, asked Rotarians, what? Let us put down some funds and endowment to do good in the world. Look at the two of them, the same background. What did they leave? A legacy of giving. What you're doing here now, you're only following the footsteps. And it's commendable what you're doing. And I'm looking at your agenda, and I saw something that most Rotary clubs will never recognize. All right, under the directors, you have club administration, service project, and all that stuff. Rotarians are known for the avenues of service. Anybody remembers what they are? No, those are the areas of focus. What are the avenues of service that Rotary started with? Because we wiped it. I'm happy that you don't remember them. The avenues of service basically represent how Rotary started. The very first one is club service, is fellowship. That's what brought them together. But because they had to invite every member to join with a different classification, remember the classification principle? That is when it started. That's how vocational service came into play. and because they moved from their personal meetings to the community. Community service came into play. And then Cuba and Canada said, well, you guys are having so much fun in the States, why don't we join the fray? So Rotary became an international organization. Until then, it was the Association of the Rotary Clubs of the United States. And of course, myself, our designate Louis, we're getting old. So we need you youngsters to take over the fray. So youth service became part and parcel of Rotary. So try to remember that is the structure of Rotary. All right? Now, until 2010, the avenues of service were never part of and parcel of Rotary constitutional documents. No, it was a way to coin how Rotarians did their service to the community. But this evening, I'm looking at something that you have introduced as your structure. It became important to restructure the way Rotarians had the administration. When we were implementing the avenues of service, so you have 5 directors. The president-elect, or the vice president, whatever you call it, the sergeant at arms, the treasurer and the secretary. Then the club leadership plan was introduced based on the best practices of Rotary clubs in the world. And clubs were advised to implement the club leadership plan. What you have here is called a club leadership plan. Now, you don't call them directors, you call them chairs. So you will have the chair of club administration. I'm going to send you the files so you see the ramifications of a club administrator, all right? It takes into account a lot of things. Then you have service project, not services projects, it's service and project. So it's club administration, service project, membership, public relations, youth service, not youth services, all right? The disaster relief comes under service project. All right, so you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 chairs, not directors, all right? So I would love for you to correct that, all right? Now, what is the importance of it? It shows you guys are reading, you're current. 90% of the clubs in this district will never remember that. That's the correct thing. The next thing I want to share with you is one of the things I've recognized across the district with clubs, is the fact that the real resources that clubs have been given by Rotary to function, we're not following them. How many of you have accounts with My Rotary? Everybody has an account with My Rotary?
Yes.
If I look at your Rotary Club Central, I'll see 100%.
Yep.
Thank you very much. When you log into My Rotary, right in the center of your page, there's an item that says online tools. Online tools were put there not to beautify the page, but to really get Rotarians energized. You guys have the energy. If you get all this involved with yourselves, maybe this place will come down. The first item is the Rotary Club Central, which gives you the opportunity to set your goals. I went through your Rotary Club Central goals. You set all of them. Congratulations. I remember when I got a phone call from somebody, I won't call any names. We cannot do anything. We're not on Club Runner, and I've been asking for access, and nobody's talking to me. I said, well, that's not a problem. You have the access. Go check it. Then I went, and the whole thing was populated. Thank you, Secretary Alicia. Now, with the Rotary Club Central, you have been saved a lot of pain. In the days when we were club president, we had a 25-page document called, yes, the planning guide for effective Rotary clubs. They had information you will never know. because you're asked demographics 5, 10 years even before you join the club. With the Rotary Club Central, a new club, and you start populating it. 10 years from now, anybody who becomes a member of this club will know what happened from day one. It doesn't disappear. Make use of it. It's very important to make use of it. Then you have the brand center. I noticed you have all the right logos. Most clubs, well, you go to some districts overseas, they say, why should we change? We have always done it this way. How many you just came on the blog and people are asking, so what is Rotary? Is that not a shame? It is a shame. For a country with less than 200,000 people, all right? And a landmark that you can drive from one point to the next one in one day. All right? So it says we're not sending the message, all right? Then you have the discussion groups. The discussion groups is not WhatsApp group, where you WhatsApp, oh, you know what is happening, Alicia, and Jada, and then, no, the discussion groups represent significant help for Rotarians. The leader of each discussion group is a well-experienced Rotarian who is also a cadre. You know what a cadre is? The Rotary Foundation trustees rely on a group of Rotarians, 701 Rotarians across the world, and one of them for your district, that represent their eyes and ears for projects and fund expenditure. They lead those discussion groups. So if you're doing a project and you're looking help, and you look at the discussion group in that area of focus, and throw the bullet at them and say, listen, I need help with this, you are on the right track. So it's very important you understand why the online tools are there, all right? Then you have your Rotary ideas. The Rotary ideas represent an area where you can use to raise funds for a project. You have an idea, you have a dream for a project, post it on Rotary ideas with concrete budget and the focus for that project, who are going to benefit from it and why you think is worthwhile. Make sure that whoever is posting it has the proper email address and read their email. Because someday you will get an email and say, well, we're interested in this project. So it is not just Rotary ideas because you have an idea, all right? Then you have the Rotary Showcase. The showcase represents your achievement, your accomplishment. You want to tell your Rotary story. You have done a project, you have multiple projects doing, post them on Rotary Showcase. You'll be surprised how much attraction you're going to get from it. So you're posting your completed projects, telling the world how much funds you have raised from your club, the community, to do this project. And people say, well, we need to look at that club and see what they're doing. Then finally, you have the Learning Center. The Learning Center in the past was just an area of Rotary that had just slides. That didn't make any sense. So you click down the slides, you memorize them, it doesn't help you. The Learning Center now takes you through every area of Rotary. You actually go through the process of a question and answer. At the end of it, you can do it multiple times until you get proficient and you get a certificate. And that certificate is actually lodged in your profile. That makes you a better Rotarian. So I'm challenging each and every one of you to get to the Learning Center and try to look into the Learning Center, all right? And finally, I need to share something with you. Most of you looked at yes, you have it. You have your big inspiration banner. Is that correct? Julie, you were district secretary for Haresh. What was the theme that year? You remember? Yeah, Julie ate dumpling last night. That year, the theme for Rotary was serving humanity, remember? It was serving humanity. And last year, what was Robert's theme last year? Making a difference. And this year, what are we saying? With inspiration, all right? They look like 3 different balls of different colors. Is that correct? But they are not. Because what you're doing every day with the painting of faces, yes, the mental health issues, what you're actually doing is serving humanity. That's what Rotarians do with their projects. Every day, our projects that we engage in, we're serving humanity. And in doing that, we're making a difference. We make a difference every day. Now, one of the things that Rotary projects bring to the Rotary Club is either a good, positive difference or a negative difference. If it's a positive one, you get inspired. The Rotarians in your club get inspired. That inspiration swells out to the outside. That is why the gentleman was asking you, so what is Rotary? If you look at the logo, it has blue waves, white waves. All right? You have yellow waves, you have orange and red waves. Yes? All right? All those are waves. If you look at it, you notice it? It shows the progress we make every day as Rotarians. The white and the blue waves is the progress we're moving along. Year after year, something is happening that makes a difference. Under this is a little heart. What Rotarians represent of compassion, of love and giving. And then the colorful waves represent the rays of the sun arising from the horizon that continue to propel the sail. All right? Of our Rotary Foundation and the good within the world. So I want you guys to remember it very well. And remember what you do. All right? Thank you. Any questions? Any questions? Too much stuff?
What happens when a club does not fulfill their financial obligations with the district or with RI? Is there a time frame where they're allowed to have that leeway, or is it something that's on a yearly basis? How does the district handle it?
2 things. The district will not tolerate a club that doesn't meet the financial obligation. That's the first thing. Rotary International is worse. In the old structure, if a club is owing in excess of $250 to RI, you get a notice in April. All right? That's from the, all right. Start from July. You get the first notice in October. And they give you time. Now it doesn't work like that anymore. Exactly 4 months from July 1, a club that is in excess of $250, that's it.
That the club is terminated.
That's it. Okay. That's it. It's that serious now.
So all the clubs are.
Well, this year I've not had that problem because I told them it's unacceptable. So all the clubs, every club in this district has paid RI dues. What we pay to RI as dues to RI basically is nothing. And I'm not sure. I'm not sure that the presidents are really looking at the flight tribes I gave them when they came to PEX, because right in that flight tribe is the structure of the RI dues and what it represents. It's nothing. It's just administration. All right? Now, how can you save your RI dues? Your Rotarian magazine is costing you $24 per year. All right? You guys don't read newspaper, you have your smartphones, don't you? Decide to receive them electronically. If you do, you're saving $12.
So I thought it was just a matter of what you prefer. So you don't have to pay the $12 for digital?
No, you pay only $12 for digital for the entire year, 6 and 6.
Okay.
If you want the print, you're paying 12 in the first half and 12 in the second half. All right? And most people are not getting the print anyway. They're not getting the print anyway. And you guys are in the digital age. Pray. Forget it. And if you really want to give somebody something to read, print a copy and give them, they can read it online. Or get the digital print, you save $12. That's $12 less. This year you're paying 34 and 34, that's 68. Take off 12. All right, any other question? And of course, you know that the district dues, you know what it represents? How much is the district dues? $35. 24 out of the 35 represents the administrative fee for the district governor to travel the 86 clubs in the district. You think it's enough? Are we going to get somebody to stand up at conference in Jamaica and say we want to raise the district dues by $50? All right, and of that 35, $5 go to the disaster fund, $5 goes to try to help the assistant governors, people who come to anything, and then $1 single goes to the foundation fund for the district. So either way, we're not paying anything. The real dues that Rotarians are suffering from is the club dues that Rotarians are leveling against themselves. Now the Council on Legislation has given you a chance to have your meetings be flexible. And I would say you have 2 structured meetings, 1 business meeting, the first one, the next one for a guest speaker, 2 other meetings, fellowship on the beach. You save money. The issue is, are you doing Rotary service? You're doing Rotary service. The amount of projects you're doing here, perhaps 10 clubs in the district combined can not even half.
That is sad.
So you guys get to know what you're doing. You're doing fantastic service.
But it's a bit, the question is why? Why is it that the clubs are not
doing anything?
What are you doing for that?
Well,
because
some of the clubs believe, all right, that all they need to do is eat and drink.
Yeah. And that's what works for them.
All right, so let me not go there because I wanted to say something.
You're lying.
I know. If you look at the circumstances that brought you guys here, if it never happened, what do you think will be happening now? We'll be eating food anyway.
we eat it, but after.
Yes, but there is a lot of service going on. A lot of clubs are not getting the message. That's why we're going this way. You go to clubs and you say to them, you know, you need to bring in some young Rotarians. Oh, they have no money. Fine. Bring in the females? No. Women have children, they have problems. Wait until they are 50, then you can bring them.
You can't do anything.
So they can be at their age, sitting down doing nothing. You say to Rotarian, can you go online to my Rotary? No, I can't remember my password. So I say, no, if you bring the young people, all right? You can let them do all the Rotary work for you. No. Why not? They get pregnant, they have children all the time. Eh, mercy. Right? But that is what I'm facing as a district governor. It's frightening, but that is the truth. Okay. I'm not joking. Okay. It's the truth. It is the truth. It's not a joke. And so I'm happy you guys are around the block. I was there with you guys all along. But we did it the easy way. We could have done it the hard way. But it will have been done. Because look at the difference. Now you have 41 strong membership. The are very few clubs. So with 10% of the clubs in the district are the number you are. You have clubs with 8, 10. Eh? And you go to them and say, hello guys, you don't have friends. Yes. Because Rotary is supposed to be a friendship organization, right? So if you have only 8 people in a town with 500 people, something wrong with them?
Then they need to talk to the Rotaractors so they can bridge the gap and go directly to
Rotaractors, no. Rotaractors love to eat too much. We don't want them in our meetings. They eat too much food.
Okay, so there's an excuse for it, yeah.
No, we don't want no Rotaractors. You guys eat too much. What's wrong with you, man? So, I recognize that there's a difficulty with Rotaractors relating to Rotarians. The clubs that relate to Rotaractors better are the younger clubs like you. You like, because you understand what it is.
Of course.
We don't.
We've been there.
Well, I've not been there. All right? So please look at it. Get the job done.
Thank you.
Outside, you have a lot of kids. Cannot go to school. They go to school, they go hungry. If you give up just one little snack every day, at the end of the week, it adds up. It adds up. And there's nothing wrong with sharing. All right? There's nothing wrong with sharing. Any more questions?
District conference. You want
Right.
to talk a little bit about that?
Yes. I expect at least 50% of this club to be at the conference.
Oh boy.
Oh boy.
Yes, because I'm not mailing any awards. St.Martin. You have to come physically to receive them. We're having a little difficulty with the merchant services to interface your registration. But this afternoon, I spent, it's a good thing they sabotaged the story. But anyway, it gave me time to get the stuff done. Hopefully by tomorrow, morning or afternoon, we'll get it sorted out and then the portal. But the beauty is that you still have the discounted rate of $230 up to 31st of December.
What are the dates for the conference?
April 29th to May 5th. And we're having carnival at that time, so you'll have a lot of fun. It's not the same. The one in Jamaica is the hottest. Everybody wants to come. Yes. So, as a matter of fact, we're trying to restrict the visa issuing to people to come to Jamaica so we can. All right? So, make sure you put in your registration. As a Rotarian, you'll have first choice. All right? And you're coming to support your designate because at the conference, we'll present him officially to the district. You need to come and make noise and let people know that you're backing.
Some of the members are not aware as to what a designate is. You want to discuss?
All right. Rotary at all times has 3 levels of officers. So currently I'm the district governor. The district governor-elect is Delma Maduro from Tortola. And the district governor nominee is Charles Seeley from the Bahamas. Come July 1, I'm no longer district governor. So we need to replace Charles with another nominee. So at the current situation, it's supposed to be a designate. We have designated him, and at the conference, it will be officially announced and adopted by the Rotarians. Then he becomes the nominee July 1.
So conference will be here in 2000.
Right. So you need to come.
Nice.
Oh boy.
Nice.
All right. So you guys need to come and let us know. Because if you don't come, we might change our mind and put somebody else.
You also have to tell it's a direct flight from St.Martin
To Jamaica.
Yeah, there's a direct flight, so you don't need to go anywhere. All right?
And by then we'll have a lot more flights.
Yes, we'll have more flights. Right. See, you guys vision. Any more questions? Are you guys happy with yourselves?
Yes.
Sure?
Yes. Definitely. Yes.
Be friends. That's what it is all about, all right? We can never have the same opinion all the time. Tolerance is the only thing that will keep this club going. be friends. There's nothing wrong with you having a different opinion.
Please, yeah.
But let us have respect and fellowship and friendship, and you'll grow. Thank you.
Thank you, DG Patrick. And one important thing that I forgot to mention in our reflection. This is very important, right? We spoke about, Rotarian Alex spoke about Rotaractors in the club, and you said that Rotaractors eat too much. But though we don't have dinner, we do have 11 past interactors and 17 past Rotaractors in our club. We also have 3 Paul Harris Fellows. At our charter ceremony, we will be pinning our newest Paul Harris Fellow.
Yes.
Yeah,
Thank you so much.
So on behalf of the Rotary Club of St.Martin Sunset, we couldn't have you come without presenting you with a token of our appreciation. So we got 2 very special gifts that we would love for you to share so our members can see and so our live audience can see as well. We can come to the front.
That's paper.
Oh, beautiful.
So we have a lovely cutout of our beautiful island St. Martin. And this was lasered by one of our very own Rotarian, Tamara Leonard. Next is beautiful. Wow. And this is a beautiful one. You can open it.
Be careful.
This is our local rum. Wow. This was sponsored by past Assistant Governor Stefan Thompson. And we do have a special message on the bottle for you.
Jaira.
DG Patrick and Leslie from the Rotary Club of St. Martin Sunset. So you have your own customized rum.
Did you hear what the First Lady just said?
No.
You will never drink this one.
The box is ready.
And it was hand painted as well.
Yes, beautiful.
Wow.
No, I was saying I would just sit there and forget it, but it's okay. It's okay.
Okay, now we will have our report from Sarge Marissa.
Thank you. I'm calling on Alex and Kathy to collect the fines for me as I go along. So, starting first. I see those ladies have on some heels. Who have on heels tonight?
Not me.
So, all those who have on heels will be paying $1.
Bravo.
So, collect those who have on heels. Yes. All those who have on heels, stand so they can collect the dollars. They're too sexy tonight, so you can stand. You watch it. We have one here. We have DG been interrupting Julie every minute. So $2 for you, DG Patrick. Then we have Alicia, come forward, please.
Come forward, Alicia.
Taking a picture for like that.
Okay. Come forward. As everyone can see, Alicia is well sexy tonight. Like skirts and everything, so she thinks she's president. So, I'll be charging her $2. She's too sexy as president tonight.
Why are you paying me for money? That's it. I don't have any more. I have to pay $100 for that ticket.
Welcome back to the club, so you'll be paying $2 for you and your unborn baby. Okay, then we are collecting happy dollars, everyone. Thank you.
So once again, thank you guys for coming out this evening. We do have some snacks and refreshments, and I ask that you guys stick around. We want to do a group picture with everyone, so don't leave just as yet. And you can always get the opportunity to take a picture with DG this evening. And without further ado, meeting adjourned. And our next meeting will be on the 17th of December.